Bob, the players are all pretty much smiles and grinning ear to ear. Just the emotions to finally get a win, get the bad things behind you.
Well, they want to continue to play. I think it's hit them how the situation without a few more wins there is pretty dire. So I'm glad they're happy. Wish they wouldn't thrown it away so much. We'd be happier.
Getting Taz back, what did that mean?
I think it was just a huge shot in the arm for everybody. We didn't really do a lot with his cardio, and that was a concern. Doctor said he was good to go, and their concern too was his cardio, and I thought he gave it a lot, and he was smart enough when he was tired to say, "Get me, I need out for a while." So if we can get his cardio back to where it was, we should be all right again.
Get to Roy Williams.
Of all people, I'm probably not going to take a tip from Roy. Roy's my guy. Roy always tells the story, Bob, that we were paired as co-coaches at the Michael Jordan Fantasy Camp, and look on Roy's face, and I said, "Roy, don't worry about it. I mean, I can't recruit the guys that you get, and you don't want the ones that I recruit. So we're going to get along fine." Excuse me. And since that day, we have gotten along admirably. He's a good guy, really good guy.
Coach, Taz wasn't shy to remind us that he led the team with 8 rebounds. You guys won the rebounding battle for the first time in a month.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Coach. Taz wasn't shy to let us know that he led the team in rebounds with 8. And you guys won the rebounding battle for the first time since the Kansas State game. How did you feel about your team's effort there?
Well, I was pretty happy with them until we let them make that run, and we've done that too many times. We can't kind of keep people down. And a little concerned there, but other than that, I think we're all concerned about Taz, and we got the okay from the doctors. It's just it's a matter of him being able to get his cardio back. He gets his cardio back, he'll be back to the same Taz. But we need him to rebound. We're not playing a very big lineup. So.
The word on Coach Williams was that he's always kind of wanted to visit a game here. Do you have any idea why that's been the case for him?
Well, he told me that he's always wanted to come here and experience a game in the Coliseum. He said he's heard so much about it. Wish we had a few more people here for him, but he said he's heard so many people talk about it and the atmosphere, and he just always wanted to come and see a game. He called me this morning. He was supposed to come for, I forget what the other game was, and the weather got bad, and so he canceled and said he'd come in another day. And I talked to him this morning. I'm like, "Hey, come on."
Did you give him grief for not putting the sweatshirt on? Did you give him grief for not putting the sweatshirt on?
Man, I'm so happy. I'm not gonna say anything bad to anybody.
Coach, what did you think of Seth Wilson tonight? I know you've mentioned his name a lot as someone that you wanted to get more time. What did you think of him, especially in the first half?
He played great the first half, and I just got him out because he kind of took an early shot. It was a good shot. It wasn't a bad shot. It was just I wanted those other guys to, the guys that had some experience to finish the game out.
Bob, we've been complimentary of the effort of your guys for the latter few games. This now the extinct losing streak. When it goes on, do you worry about that not sustaining if you don't get a win soon, or do you think they had that kind of as long as it might last?
No, I think they're they know that we didn't give the effort that we have to give. We're small. We really don't have an inside presence offensively, which makes it tough. And we lost so many 50-50 balls. And we've gone back and looked at the 50-50 balls. Well, we're reaching for them and other people are diving. And to see those guys diving on the floor today was great. And our guys diving on the floor today was great.
Explain the lineup change and also the combinations you were playing as the game went on.
Just who we thought matched up better with Iowa State after the practice. We did a lot of we did all of their stuff that we had scouted in practice, and the guys that we thought handled that better, those were the guys we were going to start. But we can't throw a bunch of guys out there that are too young either. We have to have some veterans in there.
You were talking about Taz's cardio. Was he able to even practice with you guys Monday, or?
He practiced yesterday and practiced Monday.
Oh, he didn't practice Monday.
That is yesterday.
Monday was yesterday.
Monday was it? I don't know. He practiced yesterday.
Okay. So you found out today he could play then, right?
No, they didn't say that he couldn't play. It was they were really concerned about his cardio, and I don't know, probably the cardio part of it going to something else. We didn't put him in any situation to get banged around, but we just he wanted to play really bad. So
There's obviously different concerns when a kid's coming back from COVID than when a kid's coming back from a concussion. But there's probably also an equal amount of questions, things that you look for, right?
I have stayed out of it. I've got a lot of faith and confidence in BJ. I think he does a terrific job. He's a former athlete, so he knows. He has a better feel, I think, than guys who really never experienced what our guys are experiencing. So I've got a lot of faith and confidence in him. And then Randy Metters. I think he's gonna maybe unseat Whitey as the longest tenured manager in the history of Mountaineer sports. But I listen to those guys.
So then he shows up Monday for practice. Are you thinking, okay, he looks pretty good, or
I don't know, Justin. Everybody was nervous about him getting out and practicing. Our coaching staff was nervous. Honestly, the guys that weren't the least nervous were the medical guys. So.
they're the ones that spend all the time with him?
Well, it's a process.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he has to be able to meet certain standards along the way before he's allowed to participate. So they know more about that stuff than I do.
Through the years, when you've made lineup changes, you've kind of like to stick with it as long as you keep winning. But this sounds like you're rostering enough that you know about enough guys that you could mix and match depending on who you're playing against.
I think it depends on matchups.
the matchup here tonight was that you were, I guess, shorter, smaller, lighter, whatever. Do you like that? Because you've been typically playing a little bit, trying to get as much size in there as you can, I'd say. But
Yeah, but we don't have any size to put in there, so I mean that makes it pretty easy. I mean, Paulie's 6'5". There's no way DC's 6'9". He blocks shots because he's so long. We haven't had a big lineup really all year.
Taz's quote after the game, and obviously he's always been a confident kid, but one of his quotes was that this team was getting ready to shock the world. Do you see a turnaround? I mean,
I wish I shared that exuberance. I mean, we got 2 hard games coming. We got 2 road hard games. If you look at what Mike's done at Oak State, they have played with everybody. And I mean, that says a lot when you've got guys that they've got nothing to play for. They're not allowed in a conference tournament. They're not allowed in the NCAA tournament. And the job that he's done of getting those guys to compete on a game-by-game basis is outstanding. And they've got really good players. I mean, they've got a guy who came in here and single-handedly beat us a few years ago. They've got, I think he's now the second best shot blocker in the country. They've got people. They can make shots. K-State's been playing great, and they're playing great. I watched the second half of Oak State and K-State, and what a great game. And they're both making shots. So it's not going to be easy.
anything else? That's good.
Yep.